Well, thanks to all those who put some nice comments on that last midweek extra non-fishing film I put up about old steam engines. I find it fascinating, all this interesting stuff, and honestly, how our guys develop that sort of thing, the engineering know-how is beyond belief. I got another one coming up. I disappeared off down the West Country, took the camera with me, and I thought, I've got to get something. I've got to ram as much as I can into it and get it for you guys, because once this stuff has gone, it's gone. Sit back, enjoy. So this is Eric. Eric, what's your position here?
I am the chairman of the Wessex Stationary Engine Club, and regretfully I'm also the chairman of the Wessex Midsummer Vintage Show.
And the main starter, from what I can gather from watching you this morning, of engines.
Well, I've been around engines now for well in excess of 50 years. I'm not a mechanic, I'm not an engineer, but I've learned a lot over the years. Most of it really with an engine is using a little bit of thought and a bit of common sense.
Now these are called stationary engines, as opposed to what I did last couple of weeks, big traction engines.
Well, that is true. Though it states stationary engines, they are all mobile. They're all on carriages. Why? They were classed as stationary engines. They would move the engine to a place where they wanted it to work, and there it stood then in a stationary position, driving other equipment, farm, chaff cutter,
water pumps and stuff like that.
Water pumps, chaff cutters, corn mills, elevators, and later on milk pumps, vacuum pumps, and most of them were worked to death to drive anything and everything you could imagine.
And then, how long were
there's one there which used to belong to me, and that spent its life driving a mortar crusher. Before the days of bagged cement,
yes,
and builders used to make their own. That was in Bradford-on-Avon, driving a mortar crusher in a builder's yard.
So the history of most of these would be turn of the century-ish, that sort of time?
Well, turn of the century onwards. 1920, most of those around that area, what you can see there. Yes, there are earlier ones, obviously. Some from the late 1800s. Yes. The oil engines. And also there are American imports and foreign imports. One example is the Amanco, the Associated Manufacturing Co. of Iowa. They actually, during the 1914-18 war, brought engines into this country literally by the shipload. They did not assemble them to get more in the ships. All our effort was going into munitions and the war effort. And if you want, you just could not, or had great difficulty in obtaining a British engine. So they swamped, more or less swamped the country in them.
Most of these I filmed earlier on, they'd be British ones though, English ones.
All that lot down there are British engines. Petters, Listers, Ruston Hornsby. There is one American one there, which is the Economy, the little red one, but all the rest are British engines.
So in your club, tell us a bit about your club members and stuff like that.
The membership now is roughly 200, but those 200 are scattered countrywide. We are a club which not only deals with stationary engines, we have a social side. We have meetings every month, film shows and talks, and we would love to attract more people.
Benefit being anybody sort of trying to get into this, and the older guys is going to be, I guess, will know how to work on the engines a bit. But like you're trying to help this gentleman just now, because you're in a club, there's nearly always going to be somebody that knows something about something.
That is correct. Yeah, that is
There's
very,
a gentleman
very
coming
true.
past now.
Okay.
Oh.
Hold on tight. You got no seatbelt there.
Yeah.
So you do this about once a year?
We run this one. We were at Samington. We were at a show field there and we ran that for 16 years. Running one of these is not an easy job. It's not just a matter of word of mouth. Not so much this one, but when I was running Samington, that's about 400 entry forms which had to be posted out.
Yeah.
Then all the passes after that, the advertising, and it goes on and on and on.
Yes.
There is a huge amount of work, and the trouble is now, regretfully, my committee running this show is now reduced to about 4 of us.
Really? Just the die-hard enthusiasts.
We are a dying breed.
That's why I'm filming. That's
Yeah.
exactly why I'm filming.
Yeah.
Because once this is gone, it's gone, isn't it?
It's
you know?
gone.
And you can leave all this in working order to the next generation, if you like. Child, grandchild. They're not going to know how to run it, are they? They're not going to repair it or run it.
have a clue.
The knowledge is gone.
The knowledge will be lost. Yeah.
It's nice.
And this may sound extremely silly, but I shan't see it live to see it. But the time will come when the world again will need this old technology.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
I have engines that will work and drive other machinery, and the economy of them is far better than any modern engine today. I have one that drives a corn mill, and I demonstrate making or grinding wheat into wholemeal flour, and that will run for 5 days.
Wow.
Driving a corn mill on under 2.5 gallons of petrol.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. That's the economy for you.
Yes.
We'd like to thank Eric. I mean, I just stumbled across the site. I absolutely stumbled across it because I went to a show up in Surrey. I was quite taken with the big steam engines. The people were really nice, and it was just a nice atmosphere. And then I happened to stumble on this one just pure by luck. And I thought, you know what, I think I'll get in the car and have a drive down and look, because, you know, it was different. It's not the big traction engines, it's the smaller ones. So it's really interesting. I've had a good old walk round.
Yeah.
And a good afternoon there.
then after a while maybe.
But they're interplug. They've got a tripolar oscillator. There's no spark plug.
Showed me, isn't it? I don't bloody know.
I don't know about
Right.
either.
No spark plug at all.
No.
Alright, ready?
You're wasting your time.
I'm tapping there.
Right. One or two things. Try that. Just turn it over about 3 or 4 times steady. No need to. Okay. Right, you got fuel there. Right, now give them a swing as though you're trying to start it.
Alright. Yeah, it's a good question.
Well, not that I know much about bikes, but it's interesting. So here's something a bit more up my street. Ford Mustang. Is this Steve McQueen's one? This is Mustang GT Ford, as used in the famous film Bullet. Anybody out there know? Might recognise them. A car buff. Do you recognise it? It's left-hand drive, so it's American Mustang. There we go there. And the original steering wheel, red and white finish inside. Got that distinct curve coming up there. There's the old boy race from years ago, the old Ford Anglia. Can't imagine how cars have changed now. A gear stick, a handbrake and wind down windows, which I would have no problem using again. Engine's all been cleaned and done, my goodness me, it's clean. Wish my tackle box is as clean as that. There's an old Austin Healey, which is a classic sports car of its time. I think it's like a wind baffle at the stop the wind coming over. What are the handles there for, guys? There's an old Commer van, more the era that I grew up in as a child. Our family had transport and warehouse company and Commers, I remember those. It's what we used to call a twin wheel flatbed lorry. Nice big foot plate, big tank. There you go, twin wheels, flatbed. Hinges here, so it's drop side, you can load from the side. And then they put what they want in the back. Any amount of tractors here, guys, loads and loads of tractors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there must be 40 something tractors. Couple more army vehicles for Mike here. One's a weird looking Land Rover. Haven't seen one of these before, like a personnel carrier. Very, very high wheelbase up here. As soon as he seen the number, he said, I got to have that. Yeah. Wow, that thing is loud when you get close to it. I said that thing's loud. Well, something different. He stopped. Amazing piece of equipment when you think about it. when I find it interesting, all those machinery, I sort of would like one of those. I don't know what I do with it, but just, I guess it's coming from the kid of the 50s, when we had Meccano engines, with those little steam engines you could pour methylated spirits in, boil the water, get the steam engines going. Who knows the names of those? I think I got rid of mine years ago. They're fun to make, fun to play with. But I was shocked. I went all the way down on a fishing trip recently. This is an unfishing one. And the car park at Todber Fishery, what the heck is going on there? You want to see what they built down there. A monumental, well, you got to watch it. So Mark, I'm almost lost because there used to be a diner here, and there used to be, everybody knows Todber, your toilet showers all down there, car park. I'm looking, but there's a monstrous building here. That's like an enormous building.
It is big. So this is our new purpose-built lakeside kitchen. So essentially, we'll be able to service all the anglers, but on top of that, the local community. So it's a full-blown restaurant, cafe, bar, licensed bar. Licensed
bar as well, yeah.
Absolutely. So in time as well. Actually, the 24th of August is the opening date. We'll be able to have people in, offer delivery to the lake as well, so your actual swim.
So that's your anglers sort of takeaway right to the swim.
That's right. Yeah. Currently, it's open for takeaway on a temporary basis, so people can just phone up.
So it's open now,
or come to the door. Yes, it is from 7:30 until 6:30. I think it is in the evening at the moment. But yeah, as of the 24th of this month, it will be fully open, and that will include lakeside delivery as well.
But I mean, that's ridiculously. I'll just show the people of Pan back. It's a huge building. Can we have a look inside?
Absolutely.
The guys are still working in there, so you've got an exclusive.
It's currently under development, as you can see. We've got workmen on site.
All the workmen are there.
So we'll have to watch where we're stepping. Come on in. Okay.
It's huge. Yeah, lovely timber in there.
Quite a big site. So first thing you notice is obviously the bar and the bar area here, but this will also be where they'll take the orders, and the skittle alley over to the right, that will come into play in the evenings.
A skittle alley?
Yes, yeah. My boss John, the owner here, he will host his own Skittles team, but also other local Skittles team. We use the facility of an evening.
Yeah.
And but yeah, for anglers, as I say, there's some bar tables currently being done down there. That'll all be laid out at the front here, so you'll be able to come in if you want to have a breakfast or anything else you fancy throughout the day, evening meal, have a sit-down meal, or as I say, you can take it away.
And is it storage through there?
Just through here, but this is all, as I say, still under development. But
it's all absolutely brand spanking new.
Brand spanking new. You know, all the facilities are sort of top-notch. There's been no expense spared in here. John's gone whole hog.
It certainly has that timber. How does that work over there, the skittle alley? How's that?
So I believe obviously this will be some of the seating which will be going in here will be sort of this will be peeled back essentially of an evening. There's actually the Skittles balls. I don't know if that's the technical name.
Or the alley we call it.
Yeah, it will literally be put in the hole at the end. Your sticker upper will put them in there, and there's a inside of the wall here actually recessed in there. The ball will roll down to this end, and then
I see the hatch.
Yes, in the hatch there, the ball will end up there. So it's all integrated into one facility essentially.
But this was just an open. I mean, I've been here for a year. This was an open car park.
That's right. Yeah.
It's just absolutely amazing how much you've done, and down the end there, there's going to be a seating area.
This will be more seating, as they say. These bar kind of table things here will go at the near end, up as you come in. So that's going to be the seating. This will all be regular seating with tables and such forth. Again, this is being landscaped at the moment. So when the weather's favourable, people will be able to come out here. It's obviously under development at the moment. You know, longer term, probably not for this year, because by the time it's end of this month, obviously, let's hope we get a long summer, but certainly come into play again next year more. So.
That's amazing. That is amazing. So all seating down here, so the public can come in is the main thing as well.
Definitely. This isn't just for anglers. Obviously, it's lovely to be able to offer our anglers here something, but also the wider community, servicing them. And as you know, I don't know if you've seen the menu yet, but even our takeaway menu, which is currently, I say, in operation. Fantastic food on offer, very good quality.
I can smell the food already. I can smell bacon sandwiches or something. Yeah. So this is the kitchen area.
Yes. So yeah, all been purpose built. So yeah, it's state of the art, everything that you sort of want to see.
And this is all brand new, stainless, everything you see is absolutely superb.
Yeah, all brand new, purpose built, and also the owner is keen to stress as well. It's also a lot of the food we can offer is gluten free as well. So
oh really? Yes, yeah.
That's another option that we have as well. So I believe that means, I'm not an expert on this, so that's why there's a separate cooker down at the end, which then means that it's separated.
Oh,
so
totally separated.
Totally separated, so that it's done properly.
And what sort of times do you think people, what are you going to keep on the hour-wise? Obviously you've got your licence, so it's going to be popular.
That's right. Initially it's going to be open at 7:30. I believe currently it's 6:45 is our closing time in the evening. That may obviously change as time goes on once the bar gets operational.
Established as well.
Exactly. So, but initially it's 7:30 start, so anglers can get in nice and early.
That's why I call it. That's why I call it takeaway. That one.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it?
That is. Is that for one of the anglers?
Yeah.
And that's his snack.
Yeah.
That is
that's
just
his lunch, I think.
That's a man choker, and that's a baguette. That is brilliant. That's an unbelievable one. So this is the washdown room and everything?
That's right, yeah, all purpose built again, and I believe that this thing will essentially wash plates, dishes, etc. in, well, I think it's more like seconds than minutes, but I'm not sure how this all works, but I believe it again, it's all purpose built, all state of the art, and just makes the restaurant as efficient as possible.
And you got the extractors, you got absolutely everything going, all special washers and God knows what else.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife doesn't want one of these.
Yeah, and then we've also got huge again, purpose built.
You did that also with mine? Yeah, I did that one.
So all our eggs are free range on site, and then obviously your big old
freezers, chillers. Goodness me, what?
It's quite an operation.
It is quite a layout. I'm so impressed. And you've got the soft drinks. You say you've had some else pop in just now already.
We've also we've just soft drinks. Obviously we do a large range of hot drinks, and on top of that, with the bar that's going to be done, we're going to have our own beer on tap.
Oh really?
Local brewery. We've got a top one called the Todber Carp, which is going to be available. Yeah.
Oh, I've got to come back then, haven't I?
You need to come back when it's finished, Graeme. And then also today we have a pallet load of cider being delivered from a local firm called Just Pressed, who are actually owned and run by an ex-rugby player. So you know it's going to be good stuff when it's done by a rugby player. So.
Because you've got to have a few tests of that before you put it out to the public, haven't you?
Well, we did actually have a testing day last Wednesday, which was how we decided which ones we were going to be stocked with.
So Thursday, most of the staff patched them a bit.
Oh yeah, it was. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So,
brilliant, Mike. Well, I look forward to seeing this when it's open. Obviously, by the time the film comes up, guys, if you're a fisherman, great. If not, I suggest phone your office.
Absolutely.
If you're a member of the non-public, you might want to come down with your wife or something like that.
Definitely.
For an evening.
More
even
than welcome. Yeah.
And find out what the score is, and if you like Skittle Alley, I don't know whether
absolutely.
That
again, John will be hiring that out to local. That facility will be available to local teams. So there's already, I think, 2 or 3 that signed up on top of John's team. So that's an option. Functions, things like that. That's all that's all in the pipeline. Obviously, it's very early days. But the website, Lakeside Kitchen's currently operational. But anything people need to know, we've got Liz on site here, who's very, very good.
Run it,
yeah, she's running it. Yeah, and anything you need to know, don't hesitate to get in touch.
Well, I've got to go down there at some stage. I think I'd have to starve myself about a week, and when I'm really famished, try and eat one of those monumental 4 sausage and 3 bacon baguettes they make down there. What an animal that was. I hope you enjoyed it. It's something different. I thought I'd put it up because it is brand new as we speak. So if you're a carp fisherman and you're going down that way, you certainly know you're not going to die with lack of food or starvation. It's down there. And when they really get going, it'd be a great place just to go and turn up, maybe try some bowling, have a beer, take the wife and family and all that sort of thing and have a bit of fun. And of course, get some fishing in as well. We'll see you in the next fishing programme, and thereafter, if I get time, I'll bung you another midweek special up of none fishing. Thanks for watching. Put it in the comments page if you enjoy.